The moment my son called me brave for leaving his dad, and I finally believed it. I never thought the word brave would ever describe me. Not when I packed my things in silence that night. Not when I drove away with my 7-year-old son sleeping in the backseat. And definitely not when I cried in the Walmart parking lot because I didn't know where else to go. But 2 years later, my son looked at me and said something that broke me, in the best way possible. I met my ex-husband in college. He was charming, funny, and confident in a way that pulled people in. When he proposed, I said yes without hesitation. But over the years, that charm turned into control. It started small. Comments about how I dressed, who I talked to, how I spent money. Then it became isolation, anger, shouting, and eventually holes in the drywall. He never hit me, but the fear of when he might was always there. I told myself I was staying for our son. Let's call him Liam. But one night, after another fight that ended with slammed doors and tears, Liam came out of his room clutching his stuffed dinosaur and asked, "Mom, why does Dad always yell at you?" Something in me cracked. That night, when my husband went to sleep, I quietly packed a bag for me and Liam. We left. I didn't have a plan, just a car, a credit card with $200 of space left, and the phone number of a friend who told me years ago, "If you ever need a place to go, call me." We slept on her couch for 3 months. I worked 2 part-time jobs, found an apartment, and spent every day trying to rebuild the kind of peace I didn't realize I'd lost. Still, I carried guilt, like I'd broken my family. A few weeks ago, Liam had to make a hero project for school. The assignment was to talk about someone he thought was brave. I assumed he'd pick a firefighter or a soldier. But when I went to his classroom presentation, he stood up there, with his messy hair and that nervous smile, and said, "My hero is my mom. She's brave because she left when things were scary, even though it was hard." The whole room went quiet. I felt my throat tighten and tears sting my eyes. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like a failure. I didn't feel broken. I finally believed that what I did wasn't running away. It was saving us. That night, after we got home, I hugged him tighter than ever. He just laughed and said, "Mom, you're squishing me." And as I looked at him, happy, safe, and growing up in peace, I realized something. Bravery doesn't always look like standing tall. Sometimes it's just walking away. And sometimes it takes your child to remind you of it.